Hello and welcome to yet another tier list video. This is the Ultimate Otaku here and I am feeling super single today. Why am I feeling super single? Well, I'll tell you. Because today is that dreaded day for every single out there. February 14th, aka Valentine's Day, aka rub it in your face that you're single day. Am I salty? No, I'm actually not that salty. And I know it says date in Hawaii, but I'm just trying to manifest myself in Hawaii. Eventually I'll get there, you know? Maybe if I think hard enough that I'm there, I will instantly transport there. Because we just had another blizzard yesterday where I am, and I'm tired. I'm tired of trudging through the snow, okay? Tired. Can you tell I'm tired of the winter? But today, we're going to take that tired energy and use it for something positive. We are going to use it to judge these anime men, aka anime husbandos, because if you're feeling single, there's nothing like anime to help fill that hole in your heart. Today's tier list has 4 categories. There is the baby daddy tier, which I didn't make that particular tier. The person who originally made this tier list put that as the top tier, and I was like, you know what, I don't hate it. The second tier, not exclusive, that was something I made, because it's like, yeah, we'll be together, but we're not gonna be together. Like, we ain't gonna sign any, there's not gonna be any kind of label on us, but we'll get together every once in a while. The third tier is one night stand, which means I'll fuck you once, but I don't want anything else to do with you. Maybe twice. But not, I want anything to do with you. That's it. And then the last tier is, again, the person who made this tier list put that there, and I think that's the perfect word to use for some of these guys. Unfuckable, because that's just what they are. They're garbage. I wouldn't go near them with a 10-foot pole. Now let's meet the contestants. First one up, and let's see if I remember any of their names. So there's one person here that I don't know his name, because I didn't watch the anime. And there's 2 people who I didn't finish the anime of theirs because I was traumatized. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. First, I'm gonna say victim because they are all victims. Is Bon from 7 Deadly Sins. And you know we got a top tier daddy on our hands with Bon. Top tier daddy. What else do you want from he immortal? He's tall as fuck. He's strong. He has a great sense of humor. He's broken, so we can fix him. Like this. What else do you need? What else do you need? Bon, baby daddy tier. I will have your babies. I don't care if I don't like kids. I might just toss him after I'm done giving birth, but I'll do it just to say he's my baby daddy. Next is Death the Kid from Soul Eater. Now I know he's like, what, 15? But we're gonna just ignore ages here. We're ignoring ages because technically, since Bon's immortal, like he could be hundreds of years older than me. Who knows? Like, I'm not gonna say shit. There's at least a few people on this tier list that are definitely in the hundreds of years, but we're not gonna let that stop us. So Death the Kid, I'm not one for perfectionism. I feel like that's a flawed part of his character. Like, I'm not saying perfectionism is bad or anything, but when it's to the point where it's crippling, in the case of Death the Kid, then it's just, I'm not dealing with that. I like him enough to put him on the not exclusive cat. We can get together on a couple dates. I like Patty and Liz, so we can hang out too. Like, you in the non-exclusive, because that you need to work on that perfectionism of yours. Next victim, we got Edward Elrick. He's the opposite of bad in the fact that he's short as fuck. Don't say that to him though, because he'll get mad. I think he's also like 15, or maybe he's 16. I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. As for Edward, the whole short thing, it's a sore spot. I get it. Everybody has a sore spot. But he's a little tsundere. It's kind of cute, not gonna lie. And he's smart, so that alone, and you know his brother's also cute. Alphonse is also cute. Like, if I get with Edward, I also get to be Alphonse's big sister. And that alone is like, okay. And that alone is baby daddy tier. Boop. Next victim, Inuyasha from Inuyasha. See, I'm in the middle of watching Inuyasha as well. I never finished it when I was younger. I think I am on episode 38 right now. So Inuyasha, he's kind of an asshole sometimes, but he's sweet on the inside. I don't think I'd want to have kids with someone like that though, to be frank. But I definitely would want to be with him on occasion. So we're gonna put Inuyasha on not exclusive. Next we get to Izaya. I called Inuyasha an asshole. Izaya is the worst. Oh my god. The villain behavior. The villain aura that radiates from this man is attractive. I don't know what it is about this man. I don't understand why I like him so much. He literally conspires against every single character in Durarara. If you're a character in Durarara, this man has conspired against you at least once. This man's evil, but I love him. Would I have his babies though? No. I don't want to get locked in a relationship with a guy like this. Heck no. But would I occasionally let him tap that? Yes. Ew. Gross. Speaking of a character that's super old, I don't think you guys care about spoilers on Vampire Knight, but I could not get through Vampire Knight. I had to like go and look up certain details because I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? I don't want to read this because I'm not gonna be subject to this cringe any longer. Like, first of all, Yuki, the main character, literally looks like this guy, Kaname. Like, they look the same. From the beginning, I was like, they look similar. They might be cousins or some shit. And Vampire Knight was one of the first anime I got into. I mean, when I got back into anime, like when I used to watch it as a kid, it's not like I chose like, oh, I want to watch anime. It's just like, oh, this is on TV, let's watch it, you know? When I first got back into anime and willingly looking for shows to watch on YouTube, those 15-part episodes, one of the series I chose to watch was Vampire Knight. And I got through the first couple episodes, I was like, okay, cool, you know, we all love some akaku. We all love that shit. But when I saw them, I was like, they look suspiciously the same. I was a fan of Zero anyway, which we will get to him. But then the reveal came up that, you know, I fucking hate saying, I don't even want to say it. The reveal came up that not only are Kaname and Yuki related, they're literally siblings. And not just that, their parents were siblings, and their parents' parents were siblings, and their parents' parents' parents were siblings. And in the body of Kaname, Yuki's brother, cousin, I guess, technically they are cousins, the spirit inside Kaname is also their great-great-grandfather, which makes it like the worst kind of incest soup. Not only that, there's something else that's even worse, but I will get to that part when we get to the last person on this tier list. But for now, we're not touching this guy with a 10-foot pole. We're on the other side of the globe from this man. Disgusting.
Oh, disgusting shit.
Next victim, we got Kyon. He is the unfortunate protagonist. I guess he's a dual protagonist to the titular Haruhi Suzumiya. And I feel bad for this man.
Sorry to this man.
He has to go through shit, and I feel like he needs a good rest, and he needs a hug. That's what he needs. Will I have his children though? No, I feel like if I get anywhere near him in the vicinity of Haruhi, I probably would get destroyed. And I ain't taking no risks, okay? So, one night stand. We'll do it once, and then we'll stay far away from each other. Next victim, we got Kyoya from Ouran High School Host Club. And for the most part, he's a pretty good character. He's not my favorite by a long shot. I know I liked Honey and Mori better as a pair and individually. But Kyoya was always like third. I'm sorry to the other character that's on this tier list. I always liked Kyoya. He was smart, he was calm. With Kyoya, I feel like he was a good balance to the other main host, Tamaki. And I like that, honestly. I've always been a sucker for cool, calm, collected glasses characters. Like, they usually are the guys I go for. That's usually the character I go for. Kyoya is that guy. But I don't want to be with him because I just don't like him like that. If it was Honey or Mori, for sure, baby daddy tier. But he has to go on the not exclusive tier. I'm so sorry. Now we got oh my god, I always have trouble pronouncing this. Trafalgar D. Waterlaw from One Piece. And I know everybody's always like, oh my god, it's Law. Like, I love Law. I'm not gonna shit on him. He's great. I like his voice actor. I like his design. I like his devil fruit. I like the fact that he's a doctor. I'm also medically sort of trained. So I'm a little partial to those kinds of characters. Everything about Law, I love. But there are many, 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 many other characters in One Piece that are baby daddy material. Law, I don't think he'd be a good dad. I don't think so. I don't think he's the dad type. I think he's the loyal boyfriend type, but not the dad type. Not exclusive tier. Like, I'd probably, compared to the rest of these guys, I'd probably go with him more. Like, we'd go on more dates, be together more, but we wouldn't be exclusive. Now we got Lelouch v Britannia from Code Geass. And I really like Code Geass. But do I really like Lelouch? Like, he's like one of the smartest characters, but he can also be kind of stupid. He lets his need for revenge go too far, if that makes sense. I don't want to spoil too much, but when you have a really smart character and they make stupid decisions on occasion, I get it, it's supposed to like humanize them or whatever, but it doesn't make sense because he's supposed to be one of the smartest characters. He keeps making mistakes. And as for husband material, I feel like Lelouch would be a good boyfriend. Again, in the same camp as Law, but I don't think he'd be a good dad. I don't think he would want to be a parent. Honestly, he's probably going to want to end the Britannia bloodline with himself. So I support that. We're not exclusive. Next victim is Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. He is canonically older than me, even though he's short as fuck. He's like 30 something, I think. Well, he's older than in the final season, right? Because it's been how many years? 7? I don't remember how long it's been. But he's a neat freak, which I need somebody to be a neat freak because I get lazy sometimes. I feel like he'd be a good dad. I feel like he would be a responsible parent. He'd be a good lover and a responsible parent. I feel like he has that attention to detail. He has that authoritative figure that you need to raise your kids with a little bit of, not too strict obviously, but they need that balance, right? I could be the fun parent, he could be the strict parent, and we'd probably balance each other out because, like I said, I'm lazy and I'm not I like to clean, I do, but I'm not, if I just don't feel like it, it's not happening. So we're gonna put him baby daddy tier. Yes, he's in the same list as Bon. Speaking of Bon, here's Meliodas from 7 Deadly Sins. I feel like he'd make a good dad too, honestly. He probably would look at his own father and his own family and be like, yo, I want my kids to be raised with love and care. And he has his 7 Deadly Sins crewmates, and they'd be all good uncles and aunties. Oh my god, I could totally imagine Merlin using her magic to like rock a little baby back and forth, and Escanor in his non-buff form would just be like changing diapers and shit. We'd be a happy family. We'd be a big happy family, I feel like. Honestly, I feel like Meliodas is daddy material. He's daddy material. Next is this guy, which I assume is from Diabolic Lovers. And because he's from Diabolic Lovers, we're putting him on under unfuckable. Because all those guys are unfuckable. Like, we're not... I like the character designs in Diabolic Lovers. I think it's Diabolic Lovers. I'm almost positive. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but... the character designs are so good. Like, the reason I started watching Diabolic Lovers was because the main character, I can't remember her name. It's probably Yuki or some shit. Because everybody's fucking named Yuki. She has the most beautiful character design I've seen in a long time. Like, her eyes are pretty. And that's the reason I watched it. But I stopped watching it immediately because I'm not a fan of forced harems. Like, she ends up trapped in a house full of all these brothers, and they just bite her. Every episode, they bite her, and they, without her permission, not to mention unconsensual biting. I just can't. Next victim is Sasuke. Sasuke! 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 Uchiha from Naruto. If y'all watch my TikToks, y'all know how I feel about Sasuke. I fucking don't like that guy. Oh my god. Speaking of baby daddy, he is the worst baby fucking daddy. Spoiler alert, he almost tried to kill his kid because he's never around. He doesn't know what she looks like. Oh my god. Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't. There's only so many black-haired characters in Naruto. Like, everybody has crazy ass hair colors. Like, he could have narrowed it down. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, she was also a kid too. Like, you don't go after a kid. Like, I get it, it's Naruto, the Naruto world. Even children are like vicious murderers, as we know from Sasuke's own brother. But it just doesn't make sense to me that he would go after her like that. I just can't. I literally can't. So yeah, we don't accept bad fathers on this tier list. So we're gonna put him under unfuckable, and actually he can fuck himself. Next victim, we got Sebastian Mckillis from Black Butler. Now, you know, I love me some demons. We stand demons around here. But he's also a butler. So back to the Levi argument I made earlier. This guy, he can cook, he can clean, he can take care of everything, and he has a funny sense of humor, and he likes cats. He likes cats. That by itself is, he likes cats, baby daddy. Now we get to Tamaki. Tamaki, I don't remember his last name. It's like Suo or some shit like that. From Ouran High School Host Club. This man, I'm pretty sure it's been a minute since I read Ouran High School Host Club, but I remember being very annoyed with him because he would always try to control what Haruhi was doing. In the end, Haruhi, I guess that's spoilers. I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but it was just annoying the way that he went about with Haruhi. And as much as I dislike some of Tamaki's actions, I don't hate him. But he has to go under the one night stand. He's going under the one night stand because we don't. One time is enough. Next is the character from Kami-sama Kiss. I did not watch Kami-sama Kiss, but he's pretty, so one night stand. I should watch Kami-sama Kiss. Is there enough time in the day to watch Kami-sama Kiss? It's almost 2 o'clock right now. 2 o'clock in the PM. I guess I could finish a 12 episode anime today if I try, but I don't feel like watching a romance anime right now. Okay, next victim, we got the Undertaker from Black Butler. He's very pretty. He is so pretty. Oh my god, he's pretty. Honestly, I'd let him smash. I'd let him smash multiple times actually. Next character, last character, final victim, Zero from Vampire Knight. Now, this is the poor bastard I wanted Yuki to get with. And I remember earlier I said I would say something. There was something else that was even more disturbing. I feel like the most disturbing fact in the whole series, like aside from the fact that, you know, Yuki gets with her brother and her parents are also brother and sister, and one of the main villains, I didn't mention this, but one of the main villains of Black Butler Vampire Knight is the uncle of Yuki and Kaname, who didn't get with his sister, and he was jealous because his brother got with his sister and he wanted his sister. We're not gonna get into how disgusting it all is, but the absolute worst part is the fact that not only did Yuki get with her brother over this guy, which I guess you could say, well, technically Yuki and Zero are brothers, it's because they were raised by the same guy. No, they're not related. They never call each other brother and sister, so sorry about that. But not only does Yuki not get with Zero, but later in life, when Yuki and Konami have their kid, Yuki and Zero have a kid, and then their kids like each other. So you're like, oh, but they're half. The poor man was slighted not only once, but twice. Twice in his lifetime, he was slighted. The girl he loved didn't want him initially. And then she's like, oh, okay, then let's have a kid together. And then our kids can get together. Because apparently only pure-blooded vampires can get with pure-blooded vampires. Which, if you think about it, is highly racist because... what's wrong with the other vampires? There are other vampires in the series. We know there are other vampires in the series. We got a whole slew of them in the night class that are not purebloods, but they're still vampires of high class. Like, y'all couldn't have gotten with somebody else? You couldn't have picked one of those guys to get with? The mangaka for Vampire Knight, it does not work. So, because I was a simp for Zero when I was watching the show, and I feel bad for him because he ended up he still got to get with Yuki once, but poor man was slighted. He was slighted twice. And I do still like him. I don't like his decisions in life, but I do like him, so we're gonna put him under one night stand just once, and then we'll leave him alone to be miserable for the rest of his fucking life watching his kid get with their half sibling. He might as well just leave. He has no reason to stay, but he stays. I'm pretty sure he raises the kids too, if I remember correctly, but we're done here. That's where we're gonna end it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me who your number one baby daddy is, because for me, I feel like my number one baby daddy is probably Bon. Honestly, he's my number one baby daddy. We're gonna put that there. Honestly, if I could, I'd put the entire cast of, not the entire cast, but all of the Seven Deadly Sins under baby daddy tier, because all of them have that something that I like. They all do. But Bon is always number one in my heart. We love a good Bon. So see you in the next tier list, because I'm probably going to make more of these. Bye.